Hey lovely people, rap icon Ice Cube has unleashed a bombshell, alleging a sinister collaboration between hip-hop moguls Diddy and Jay-Z in the mysterious demise of Kim Porter. The claim suggests a dark underbelly of the industry, where secrets are allegedly hidden and lives may have been sacrificed for the sake of preserving powerful alliances. Ice Cube, known for his unapologetic stance, took to the public stage to assert that Diddy and Jay-Z, often seen as titans of the rap game, may have conspired in the shocking demise of Kim Porter. The two moguls, accused by Cube of engaging in a web of sins and secret-keeping, are now under intense scrutiny as their alleged involvement in the tragedy unfolds.
What makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of that pisses them off.
Kim Porter, the late ex of Diddy, passed away under mysterious circumstances, officially attributed to pneumonia. However, Cube's explosive revelation insinuates a darker motive, suggesting that Porter might have possessed damning evidence of the duo's shady dealings, prompting a sinister plot to silence her forever. The rap community is left in disbelief as the shocking allegations hang in the air. Could this revelation be a game-changer in the perception of hip-hop royalty, or is it just another chapter in the ongoing saga of industry secrets and power plays? As the controversy unfolds, questions linger about the true circumstances surrounding Kim Porter's untimely demise. Was it a result of a sinister plot to silence her, or is there more to the story than meets the eye? And if Cube's allegations hold weight, what could this mean for the reputations of Diddy and Jay-Z, and the web of secrets they purportedly wield in the cutthroat world of hip-hop? Stay tuned as we navigate the twists and turns of this unprecedented revelation, shattering the illusions of an industry built on fame, fortune, and, apparently, dark secrets.
There's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books.
On the recent Friday, Diddy took to social media to commemorate his former girlfriend Kim Porter on what would have been her 53rd birthday. He shared a collection of pictures, among which was one capturing a serene moment of them strolling on the beach, a thoughtful gesture, you might say. However, here's the twist. Diddy is currently grappling with some serious sexual assault allegations. Kim tragically passed away in 2018, her cause of death officially attributed to lobar pneumonia. Now, Diddy's heartfelt tribute is prompting some raised eyebrows. Speculation is circulating, suggesting that perhaps he is concerned about potential revelations surrounding Kim's demise, prompting these actions. It's undeniably a situation laced with suspicion, wouldn't you agree? Prior to these recent events, the individual just released his first album in a staggering 13 years, titled The Love Album Off the Grid. During a conversation with Entertainment Tonight, he opened up about how profoundly Kim's passing affected him and served as the catalyst for channeling that pain into something positive through his music. Speaking to the outlet, he expressed, "I always said that I can't make a hit record unless my heart is broken. It's just like a vulnerable state that you're in. When I lost Kim, it broke my heart forever." In the past, his candid sentiments garnered sympathy and admiration. However, in light of the current revelations about his personal life, some perceive a transformation, likening it to leveraging Biggie's legacy for financial gain. Diddy has been actively paying tribute to Biggie, incorporating samples of his music, releasing a notorious B.I.G. biopic, and giving shout-outs to the legendary rapper in his own tracks. However, there seems to have been a shift in Diddy's approach over time, with him seemingly capitalizing on Biggie's legacy for his own benefit. As Jaguar Wright pointed out in an interview, Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. It's noteworthy that Biggie hadn't even reached 25 years old. He was still 24 at the time of his untimely death. Now, more than 25 years later, Diddy continues to profit from Biggie's name, with the rapper's verses remaining a valuable asset in the Bad Boy catalog. Even 50 Cent, known for his complicated relationship with Diddy, sided with Jaguar Wright, urging Diddy to let Biggie rest in peace and cease exploiting his legacy. When Jay Electronica released a track titled Ghost of Christopher Wallace, 50 Cent didn't hold back. He directly called out Diddy, stating, "This is just getting disrespectful. The song doesn't even feel feel like Biggie, except for that puffy background dancing and ad-libs that almost ruin a good song. It seems like 50 Cent is drawing a line, telling Diddy that there's a limit to such actions. Now, there are claims that Diddy might be doing a similar thing with his late girlfriend. It appears as though he is capitalizing on the affection people had for them. It's quite astonishing, isn't it? Some believe that Kim Porter might have been silenced because she was privy to sensitive information. Allegedly, she witnessed P. Diddy's dubious dealings and supposedly had evidence against him. Unfortunately, she couldn't disclose the details as she passed away under mysterious circumstances at home.
It's an incident that him and Kim had when she took the corkscrew when they were fighting, and ripped his whole wrist up. That's what helped Puff. That's how Puff got on drugs. You understand? Those painkillers. Because Kim wasn't taking it from him.
Discussing P. Diddy does evoke a certain uneasiness, as he is often labeled one of the most intimidating celebrities. There seems to be a recurring pattern where those who cross paths with him end up facing unfortunate fates, including his ex, Kim Porter. She had been a significant part of Diddy's life for a considerable time, witnessing much along the way. Tragically, she passed away at the age of 47 on November 15th, 2018. Does the mere mention of him make you uneasy as well?
Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
Now, the official cause of Kim Porter's death was attributed to pneumonia, but skepticism lingers. The circumstances are a bit suspicious. A young and healthy individual found dead at home, and it took 2 months to disclose pneumonia as the cause. Something seems off. The age of 47 adds to the perplexity. It doesn't quite align. If there were fluid in the lungs, it's reasonable to assume that could have been identified much earlier. Kim Porter's passing occurred on November 15th, but the revelation of the circumstances didn't come to light until January 25th, 2019. Now, if we backtrack to 1994, that's when Kim and P. Diddy's paths first crossed. She secured a position as his receptionist. Love blossomed, and by 1998, they welcomed their first son, Christian. However, the fairy tale took a hit when Diddy pursued a relationship with Jennifer Lopez, leaving Kim incensed. In response, she ejected him from her home upon discovering the news. Reflecting on that period, she remarked, "A friend called my cell phone. Then a few weeks later, the press hit. People were talking to me like I was really crushed, but I just had the baby. I couldn't be somewhere in the corner heartbroken. I have kids." Kim Porter asserted that the relationship between Diddy and J-Lo wasn't genuine. What the world witnessed were the bright lights and cameras, but she claimed to know the real story. According to her, Diddy remained in love with her during that period. While Diddy and J-Lo were navigating their romantic involvement, Jennifer acknowledged the complexities of the situation, attempting to be diplomatic and avoiding any home-wrecking dynamics. However, when Diddy and J-Lo eventually ended their relationship, Kim threw a legal curveball by filing a lawsuit for paternity and child support. Despite the legal drama, she maintained that Diddy was a steadfast and responsible father. Fast-forwarding to 2003, Kim Porter and P. Diddy reconciled, and in 2006, they welcomed twins. Here's the plot twist. It appears that P. Diddy was managing more than initially perceived. While Kim was anticipating the arrival of twins, Diddy was engaged in a secretive relationship with his longtime associate Sarah Chapman, who gave birth to a daughter named Chance just 5 months before Kim's twins arrived. Kim, assuming the role of a detective, reportedly hired a private investigator and managed to uncover Diddy's paternity news even before he came to her house to provide an explanation. Months after the birth of the twins, P. Diddy approached Kim Porter and admitted to having a love child. Recalling the moment, she said, "He told me that he may have gotten himself into a situation and he may have fathered another child outside the relationship, and I said, 'Really? Well, I already knew. I'm glad you decided to be a man.'" Expressing her disappointment, she added, I was like, dude, this is so whack. I can't even respect you right now. Once respect is lost, she emphasized, she no longer lends an ear. Despite the revelation of the love child, Kim and Diddy attempted to salvage their relationship. There have been recent stories that Farnsworth had to flee from Diddy, much like Casey. Rumors say Kanye West helped him leave. Farnsworth was really popular in the early 2000s as Diddy's personal assistant, but Jaguar Wright said that Farnsworth was more than an assistant. He was Diddy's concubine.
What do you think Diddy and Farnsworth Bentley's real relationship was?
Concubine.
Kathy mentioned in her lawsuit that Diddy had an assistant who set up free sleeping spots with male workers. Now, many people think that assistant might have been Farnsworth. Also, some say Farnsworth was a victim because Diddy treated him badly, like a slave. So, what's the real story about Farnsworth Bentley? Of everyone who worked with Diddy, Farnsworth Bentley could tell the wildest stories.
His name ain't Busta Rhymes.
Who gave you the nickname?
Tony De Niro. Actually, Puff's boy did.
He was around Diddy for a long time, during the Kim Porter and Casey times. Back then, people thought Diddy was just being unusual by having an assistant carry an umbrella for him. But Jaguar Wright thinks this was a way to embarrass Farnsworth, like he was in a master and concubine relationship with Diddy.
Everybody know. I think the thing that everybody is having a hard time grasping is how that whole thing could have probably went down. But the thing is it was how fast he disappeared.
To give you the background, Farnsworth joined Diddy's world at a time when Diddy was dealing with a big public relations problem in 2001. Back then, Diddy was known as Puff Daddy, and he had just been cleared of charges related to having a gun and bribing someone in a case that was all over the news, connected to a nightclub shooting in 1999. Diddy really wanted to change his image, so he decided to start calling himself P. Diddy. That same year, Diddy showed up in Central Park with a man who was dressed really well and holding an expensive white umbrella that cost about $700. This photo made a lot of people curious because no one knew who the man with the umbrella was or where he came from. While some people thought it was funny, others felt it was kind of wrong. They thought Diddy was making this man look silly in front of everyone. Eventually, Farnsworth went on his radio show and explained things. He said his real name was Derek Watkins and that he got the name Farnsworth from Diddy's friend, Tony De Niro. Farnsworth met Diddy after moving from Atlanta to New York and trying to meet new people. He went up to Diddy in a club one time, and even though Diddy didn't pay much attention at first, they ended up swapping phone numbers and Farnsworth kept texting Diddy, asking for a job.
Next thing you know, I just picked up the page. You remember the guy that traveled from Howard University to intern with Andre Harrell? I'm that guy in 2001. Please don't make me go back to work on Monday at the restaurant. He replied, come to 1396 3rd Avenue. I literally started that day training as his assistant. The rest is history.
After Diddy hired him, Farnsworth was on Diddy's MTV show Making the Band. This is when people started feeling more uneasy about their relationship. Nowadays, it's really hard to find full episodes of Making the Band, and for some reason, MTV doesn't show reruns, but you can still find some clips of Farnsworth on the show, like this one time. Diddy once threatened him during a phone call.
Hello? Hey, what up?
I went to sleep. When I woke up, the whole house was clean, just like I asked for it to be. But I got a note right here from Babs. She broke out and went to Brooklyn.
It's taking you entirely too long to tell the story. This is your problem, man. Good luck to you. When I get there, everything better be on point.
People who are old enough to remember the first time Making the Band was on TV have mentioned how Diddy wasn't very nice to Farnsworth when they were filming. There's also the time when Farnsworth told Angela Yee that Diddy wasn't really paying him much for his work.
I was making really good money in the restaurant business.
That
actually.
good though? That's
like $100,000. Yeah,
Shit.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that is pretty
For New
good.
York. Yeah.
And back then too.
It's 98. Like that's a lot of money.
Wow, I'd have stayed.
Yeah, 90, 100. Like I was doing well. So and
Diddy wasn't paying that much.
Yeah, no way.
At all.
But then Farnsworth quickly said that at the beginning Diddy didn't pay him. But as his role got bigger, he began to make more money. Yet officially, Farnsworth's job title never changed. He was always just known as Diddy's assistant. This is why now some people think that Farnsworth began making money by helping Diddy set up meetings. In her lawsuit, Cassie claimed that Diddy had assistants who would arrange meetups with men for him. They would set up hotel rooms with things like baby oil and Astroglide. Recently, Diddy's former bodyguard said he thinks Cassie's lawsuit was changed to leave out parts about Diddy being involved in some wild party parties. Also, an interview with Gene came up where he mentioned knowing a lot about Farnsworth's private matters.
Farnsworth actually is down here in Atlanta. He's married with like 2 kids. He just lives a quiet life.
Yeah, he should. He should. He ain't say nothing about me either. 'Cause he know I know his business.
You know his business.
I know his business.
Gene also shared something shocking recently. He claimed that Diddy once hurt his ex, Kim Porter, because she found him with another man. According to an article from August 2005, Kim got a broken nose after a fight with Diddy on his yacht in Central Pay. During this time in 2005, Farnsworth was still Diddy's assistant, and Diddy often took Farnsworth to Central Pay. So many people are now guessing that Kim might have discovered Diddy and Farnsworth together. Around the same time, Farnsworth began to make his own way in the music world, and Kanye West offered him a big chance. Farnsworth first appeared in some Outkast music videos, and he was also in Kanye's video for the new workout plan. Then, in 2013, Kanye asked him to help with his album, Yeezus. Farnsworth got credit as a songwriter on some of the tracks. Farnsworth also worked on the song Ultralight Beam from Kanye's 2016 album, The Life of Pablo. But it's rumored that Diddy wasn't happy about Farnsworth becoming successful on his own. There are whispers that Diddy tried to ruin Farnsworth's career by banning him from the music industry. However, people say that Farnsworth is thankful to Kanye for helping him break free from Diddy's influence, even though Kanye might not have known the full story of what was happening. People close to the situation have said that Kanye always seemed uncomfortable with how Diddy was showing off Farnsworth in public. After getting away from Diddy and supposedly being shut out of the industry, Farnsworth went back to Atlanta, got married to a woman named Fawn Chambers, and they had 2 kids. Jaguar Wright, however, suggests there's a specific reason why Farnsworth decided to stay in Atlanta. Now he's in Atlanta, married with 2 sons, and living his life. Jaguar comments on life in Atlanta, hinting that there's more to Farnsworth's choice of staying there, considering the city's known characteristics and community.
Now he lives in Atlanta, he's married, he has 2 sons, he's living his life. I mean, but how many? Listen, y'all, if you've ever lived in Atlanta, you know the majority of them are bisexual and gay men. They just give up their life to be married and gave their life to God, and then you'll pass it.
And down low culture is still very, very, very heavy in the Black community in Atlanta. It's funny because Atlanta's like a gay mecca. You would think that there would be no need for down low culture, but down low culture is thriving in Atlanta still.
Many fans are now saying that there was something really unsettling about the relationship between Diddy and Farnsworth. They are hoping that Farnsworth will speak up and share the full story of what he experienced with Diddy. Did Diddy sacrifice Kim Porter? What do you think about Kanye West's new claims about Jay-Z and Diddy? Let us know in the comments.